The world's been watching Ariana Grande for years now, but recently, the spotlight seems to be casting more shadows than before. Let's face it, something's off, and it's hard to ignore. Every time she steps out, there's a new wave of concern. Fans are worried, and even the media is starting to get uncomfortable. No, it's not just another fad or rumor, this is real. Ariana Grande, the pop princess who once seemed untouchable, is now under a microscope, and it's only getting worse. Her health is being talked about like never before, and no one can seem to figure out exactly what's going on. But the craziest part, she's not alone. Cynthia Erivo, her Wicked co-star, is also getting dragged into this mess. Fans and even critics are pointing fingers, making comparisons, and speculating. Is Ariana okay? And why is everyone so obsessed with how she looks? This isn't just about some celebrity drama, it's about something bigger. Mental health, the pressure of fame, and how the industry eats you up and spits you out. It's time to stop ignoring the signs and ask the real questions. Is Ariana Grande okay? Or are we all just watching a train wreck in slow motion? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the dramatic change in Ariana's appearance. Over the past months, she's looked, well, different. And no, we're not talking about some new hairstyle or makeup look. Her weight, her face, it's like she's a whole different person. Fans have been quick to point it out, drawing comparisons to other public figures who've gone down similar paths. You know who I'm talking about. Eugenia Cooney. And I hate to say it, but it's impossible to ignore the resemblance. The last time we saw this much concern over a celebrity's body, it was during the peak of her fame, and no one dared to ask the hard questions. This isn't body shaming. No, this is about real, legitimate worry. Ariana's not the same Ariana she was just a couple of years ago. And the thing is, no one seems to know why this is happening. Fans are starting to get suspicious. Her weight loss, her emotional breakdown, her behavior in interviews. It all feels so off. Is it because of her role in Wicked, or is there something more sinister going on behind the scenes? Fans are speculating, and it's not just idle gossip anymore. The entire industry is buzzing. But here's the thing, Ariana's people, they're not doing much to ease our worries. In fact, the lack of transparency is making it worse. We see her in interviews looking fragile, overwhelmed, even tearful, and the media just runs with it, calling it a tough role or the pressures of fame. But is it really just that simple, or is there something deeper? I'm starting to think we're being fed a script that doesn't add up, but hey, what do I know? Now, let's talk about Wicked, Ariana's new project that has the world watching. It's a big deal. Playing Glinda the Good Witch is no small feat. But is this role the reason Ariana seems like a shell of her former self? The movie's promotion has already been a roller coaster. Interviews have been awkward, emotional, and sometimes downright uncomfortable to watch. And I'm not just talking about the usual Hollywood awkward. We're talking full-on breakdowns in front of cameras. Ariana's always been known for her grace and professionalism, but lately, something's changed. I'm not saying it's just the role, but come on. Wicked is a beast of a project, both physically and emotionally. Ariana's constantly being put in situations that seem to break her down rather than build her up. The pressure is insane, and when you're already under the kind of scrutiny that someone like Ariana faces, that pressure becomes unbearable. There's a question we need to ask ourselves here. Are we watching Ariana transform into something she never intended to be? The toll this role is taking on her might not be visible at first, but if you look closely, it's all there. Her fans can see it, her interviews scream exhaustion, and no one is talking about the real cost of her being in this movie. Ariana's not the only one dealing with these pressures, but she sure is at the center of it. And it's a shame because we should be celebrating her role in Wicked, but instead we're left wondering, is the industry really worth this? Here's where it gets messy, social media. You know the drill. Fans are freaking out, commenting on every single post, dissecting every interview, and analyzing every photo. And let me tell you, they're not holding back. They're worried, and rightfully so. But here's the kicker. Some of the comparisons being made are downright harsh. Ariana's health has been linked to Eugenia Cooney, the infamous YouTuber who struggled with severe body image issues. Now, I get it. People are trying to make sense of the situation, but some of these comparisons are just brutal. Ariana's fans are caught in the middle, wanting to support their idol, but also not wanting to ignore the signs of something going seriously wrong, and it's tough. We've all seen what happens when a celebrity is pushed too far. The industry loves to tear people down, and once they're down, they'll milk it for every last drop of drama. This whole thing is turning into a spectacle, but let's be real. It's all about views, clicks, and drama. Media outlets don't care about Ariana's well-being. They care about the next big headline, the next viral story, and we, the audience, get to be part of it. We share, we comment, we obsess, and while we're doing that, we're completely overlooking the fact that we might be contributing to the very problem we're pointing fingers at. Look, I get it. We all want the juicy details, but this isn't just another tabloid story. This is a real person we're talking about. And whether we like it or not, we're all part of this conversation. We might be the ones causing the mess, but we're also the ones watching it unravel. So here we are. We've watched Ariana go from a pop sensation to a troubled soul under the spotlight. But the bigger question is, what are we doing about it? Are we just sitting back and enjoying the show, or are we going to step up and start supporting her? Because let's be real, what we're seeing on our screens is only the tip of the iceberg. And is Ariana's health really just a casualty of the entertainment machine? Are we watching a celebrity crumble under the weight of expectations? The industry wants us to think this is normal, this constant pressure, the insane standards, the emotional toll. But is it really? The truth is, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and that's what's scary. We're all too quick to judge, to point fingers, to speculate, and maybe even to encourage this kind of unhealthy cycle. But instead of feeding into the drama, maybe it's time we start supporting people like Ariana when they need it the most. The truth is, we'll never know what's going on in her life unless she's ready to share it with us. So instead of sitting here questioning her every move, maybe we should all take a step back and consider this. How much of her struggle is actually ours to bear? Ariana Grande needs help, but so do we, because at the end of the day, we're all part of this crazy, toxic world of celebrity culture. And until we take a long, hard look at our own role in it, nothing's gonna change. If you care about Ariana and you care about this kind of issue, share this video, comment your thoughts, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about it. Let's get real.